Hey Tap Fam, Mike here. Do you want to fill your fridge with unique craft beers, ciders, or seltzers that you can't find locally? Then Tavour is your answer. I partner with them to bring you this exclusive offer for my Taproom listeners. When you use the promo code TAPROOM25, you get a $10 credit towards your next purchase when you spend $25 in the app or online. Tavour has it all, from IPAs to stouts, sours, ciders, and so much more. So make sure you use the promo code TAPROOM25 to get a $10 credit towards your next purchase. And now, on to the episode. All right, and we're back. This is episode 92 of the Taproom Podcast, and I'm your host, Mike. Closing in on 100. We're getting there. Got a good episode for you today. This one was with Sanchez, aka Wort Wrangler, on Instagram. Really nice guy. The guy's so busy, but he made some time for me to be able to, hang out and talk with him for a bit. Just a good dude. And, it was cool, hearing his insights and, kind of hearing the behind the scenes stuff for him that he does, on social media for different breweries and stuff like that. It's really cool. So I'm excited for you to hear that one. There was a little bit of an audio issue. I'm pretty sure I fixed most. I mean, everything seems like it's going to sound fine. So from what I heard. So excited for you guys to hear that. Like I said, just a really good dude. Looking forward to you guys letting me know what you think. Yeah, let's see here. I do want to say a big shout out to thank you to the sponsor, Tavour. Oh man, they sent me my care package. Oh, man, the beers in there were great. They had one. It was Jester King from Jester King Brewing out in Texas. It was their 14th anniversary. It was a New Zealand hoppy pilsner. Freaking delicious, man. Another one from Bear Bottle Brewing, and they are out of San Francisco. This was a cryochemistry hazy double IPA. They actually won gold in GABF at GABF in 2021. Super good beer. Another one I was kind of surprised to get. It was so good though, from Other Half Juice Giant. It was a double dry hopped hazy. Oh man, it's so good. And obviously Other Half being out of New York. Really good stuff. Another one, they had one from Tired Hands Brewing over in South Carolina. No, actually, this is Pennsylvania. So shout out to Kazoto Photo. I'm not sure if that's near you, but out there, really good. It was a double dry hopped IPA, a double IPA. Super delicious. Another one they had one from Great Notion. This one was, I wasn't sure when I saw the name or what it was. I was like, man, I don't know. But it was from Great Notion, Children of the Corn Lager. It was with lime and chile. Man, it was good. It was 5%, so it was a super easy drinker, but it was freaking delicious, man. Another one I really loved was Short Jams from Charlestown Fermentory. I believe that's in South Carolina. Man, really, really, yeah, Charleston, South Carolina, really good. The Chevoy, it's the Italian-style Pilsner. That was from Bottle Logic. That was really, really good. Man, I could just keep going on and on. Another one, Ex Novo, they sent me, called Spirits of the Dead. That was a hazy IPA. You know me, I'm not the biggest hazy guy, but that one was delicious. It was 7.3, maybe 7.2%. I can't remember the exact amount. But fuck, man, that shit was good. Good stuff. So thank you again to Tavour. We're going to be collabing again soon. So excited for that. Let's see here. Oh, and I did want to say thank you to all the great feedback that I've gotten and that Luis got from the Level Up episode last week. I will actually be there later today to go have a couple brews with him. So that'll be fun. Excited to do that. But honestly, yeah, thanks for the great feedback. He was telling me he got so many messages. I believe even Loser Fun on Instagram was out there. Another buddy went out there as well. Man, I'm just super cool, and just really, really great people. And yeah, man, if you guys go to these breweries, tag me, tag the tap room. I'll repost and stuff like that. I mean, it's always good knowing that what this show can do and to get people out there. And honestly, man, just support. I mean, like I say it at the end of every episode, right? Support local, drink local, and find your beer. And all these places, all these people need help. They're putting their lives on the line, to do something that they love, and it's making beer. So definitely get out there and support. But again, thank you. I really appreciate all the great feedback. What else we got? I had a barbecue yesterday. That was pretty fun. Made pork tenderloin and some ribs. Man, the ribs are like, we were just trying to cut some, for everybody, and they were just falling right out. At one point, it looked like you could have made a McRib sandwich out of some of the slices because the bones were just sliding right out. It was great. Pork tenderloin was fire though. Smoke ring got about like a little over a quarter of an inch into the pork tenderloin. It was bomb. Oh gosh, making my mouth water, and I already have food waiting for me. I'll tell you what the food is later though. Can't wait. Watched some college football yesterday. SC's first game. Oh, not first game. Wow. First game with the new starting quarterback, Jaden Maiava. It seemed like he did okay. I mean, I watched some of it. I was cooking a lot. But I saw Florida beat LSU. So kudos to my buddy Jam, or my cousin Jammin, I should say. Out in AZ, he's a big Gator fan. So kudos to Jam. Hopefully your Dolphins win today. If they even play, I haven't checked the schedule. I know my Packers are playing the Bears in a little bit. And yeah, I think that's all I got for the intro. Stay tuned on the outro for the polls of the week, questions of the week, and all that sort of stuff. All right. Hope you guys enjoy it. Cheers. All right, guys, we're back in the tap room, and I'm your host, Mike, and I have a very special guest on the show today. His name is Antonio Sanchez, also known as the famous The Wort Wrangler. What's going on, brother?
Hey, how's it going? Yeah, here, steamy, hot room at the moment.
Oh man. Yeah, and you're in San Diego, right?
Yeah, they say the weather's, weather's good here, but it's just sometimes when it's sunny, my place gets a little hot and I close the window because there's screaming children. I live next to a preschool.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, like it's, I didn't want the screaming, demented children on the sound.
Oh, no worries. I totally get it. Like in my apartment complex, there's so many kids and like there's like a little playground just like up the way. So it's like I hear it all the time. So I'm used to it.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, I had to get used to editing and like editing and post after actually just because of sometimes they'd pick up the kids all the time. So all right. So we have a couple beers here. What are you drinking today?
I'm not gonna lie. I'll be honest. I'm hitting with a little DC. I'm gonna start things off with that.
It's nice.
Little Diet Coke. This is what keeps me going.
There you go, man. No, man. It's so weird. Like as soon as I just popped this beer right now, and this one's it's a collab from Ogopogo and Aerolodge, and it's Italian. It's called Italian Water Management. But as soon as I popped it, it was like, boom, in my face hops, and I love that. So,
hell yeah, I love Ogopogo. Those are like some sweet people too.
Oh yeah, they're great. I used to know one of the sales reps, Sean, I think his name was. I can't remember.
No,
but this one's a Nectaron Pils. Man, it smells hoppy, but it looks so delicious.
Yeah, I go pretty hard with Nectaron. I like it. I'm a big fan, major fan.
Nice. Yeah, it's super danky. So, man, tell us about how you got started. I mean, like obviously, like you're so like. You've done so much, I feel like, for the craft beer industry. Tell us how you got started.
I don't know about that, but I definitely got my start as a salty brewer. Just, had some rough moments in the industry where I was just pissed. And that pretty much Wort Wrangler it's a result of just being pissed off and just wanting to kind of make fun of a tough situation. I basically had like a brewery not pay me, and then I just got salty and I had like a falling out with that brewery and stuff, and that it was a whole thing. But long story short, because I had other instances happen, and there was some other. While the industry does have a lot of amazing like people in it, there's still the a-holes and the dark side of it, and definitely wanted to just cover the dark side in a fun way. That's pretty much where Wort Wrangler like got its start. I mean, I've been in the industry since 2012 in a mix of positions, anywhere from primarily production. That was my primary gig. I did eventually do some. I worked at smaller spots, so you know how it goes. Like you always wear multiple hats, doing sales, doing delivery, doing, you're brewing, you're kegging, you're cleaning stuff. And then the next second you're working the tap room because the beer tender called out. Like, definitely have done it all in the industry. I've even been a merchandiser at one point, but yeah, no, like I said, got my start 2012, Riverside, California. I'm in San Diego now. Yeah, I my first brewery ever. This isn't the brewery that got, me salty enough to start Wart Wrangler, but my first brewery
Yeah.
ever was Area 51 Craft Brewery. It's not around
Okay.
anymore. It was a crazy time.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I feel like even then, like craft beer, I feel like was probably still. I mean, that's when it was really started to kind of take off. I feel like back then,
Yeah,
back in
yeah.
2012.
Yeah, well, I think the early 2010s was like when it was peak just, it was a fun time. Like I got into craft beer kind of early before I was 21. I got my intro to beer. Like I really liked, Heineken, Dos Equis, like as like,
Hmm.
a dumb teenager drinking with his friends. And I would save my lunch money that my parents would give me and and go buy beer.
Dude, I was the same way, bro.
Yeah, it wasn't until my senior year though. It wasn't, luckily. It was,
Hmm.
but yeah, no, I did that. But my fondest early craft beer memories is making my cholo gangster cousin go into a bottle shop and with a list, and he was like, I don't know, fool, this dude wants Samuel Smith. He's looking for like Samuel Smith beer. I don't know, fool. Can you just give me, like, he got so frustrated just because I would nerd out and I'd go on YouTube and I'd see like these beer, like people reviewing different beers and stuff, and I got super excited with it. I'm like, oh, that's hell yeah, Rogue Hazelnut Brown Nectar and all this stuff. And yeah, I would just write it down and make my cousin go buy it for me. So shout outs to providing, minors with alcohol. Don't do that, folks.
Yeah.
Don't do it. But it was great that it was done for me, but I will not do it for anybody else.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, that was the same. My cousin would go get me beer all the time. Like, I think it was my senior year prom. My dad was like, here's money for prom. You can either spend it on prom or you could use it to buy yourself something. So I bought a keg. And there we go.
Hell yeah.
And we ended up having a little kegger. So it was a good time.
Yep. It's always fun. It's always fun. It's quite dangerous,
Oh
but
yeah.
it happened.
Yeah, doing keg stands at like 16, 17, 18 probably wasn't the best thing, but it is what it is.
Yeah. Yeah.
One thing I will say, it did help me learn my limit when it come to like knowing when to stop now, starting so young.
True.
Yeah.
It is. It's a big help for sure.
Yeah. So what were like, do you still brew at all, or do you ever like homebrew or anything like that anymore?
Definitely homebrew. I'm affiliate for More Beer and More Beer Pro. Shout out to them. I definitely I dabble with my Brewzilla. I love that little homebrew system into X2 conical. I have like a mini stainless steel. My kitchen's like a nano brewery. I'll mess around here and there,
Love
but
it.
on the, bigger brews, I still collab, so I definitely still have that. But yeah, full time these days, I actually transitioned my whole beer career into media. So my full time gig, it's kind of a fun fact. People don't know it, but I do all the media for Ballast Point Brewing Company. So
That's awesome, man.
yeah, I do their social media and stuff. I mean, I don't get to make all the decisions necessarily all the time what they want, but I do all the photos, film. Sometimes I did a fun campaign for Sour Wench, so check out those videos if you want.
Sure.
Occasionally I'll do that. But yeah, that's kind of where I'm at full time these days. But brewing wise, I still collab and I still do like home brew at home and stuff.
Yeah. What are some of your favorite styles?
To drink, definitely, like, obviously lagers, pale ales all day.
Mm-hmm.
To brew, I would say I really enjoy doing saisons, West Coast, like, kind of more West Coast heavily influenced pale ales, like not necessarily IPA, but just hopped like a West Coast, I guess you could say, like West Coast pale and all that. And like experimental stuff too. Like, I think right now on draft, I got a coffee IPA on, kind of old, but I haven't brewed in a little bit.
Hell, there you go. That sounds bomb.
Yeah, super fun.
Yeah, and one of the videos that I saw, I was dying laughing. Was I'm a scientist when you're in line waiting for a beer.
Yeah. That was a fun one. There was another line that didn't make the cut there. Like, I wanted, I said, I'm a scientist. I do scientific shit all the time. Like, they cut that part out, but yeah, it was still a fun video though. I liked it a lot.
Oh yeah, no, that I was like, I mean, and that's why I said, like, I feel like you like, putting like a spotlight on the industry, and I mean, I love that. I mean, that's like anything I can do to support, a local craft brewery or anything like that. To me, that's the best. Were there any other like videos that you've done recently? Like, because I saw you were at GABF. Like, must have been a fun one.
This year actually sat out JPF. I did a remote recording I did a video with Dogfish Head. Dogfish Head reached out.
Mm,
Sam, shout out to Sam. I honestly, I admire that man. I love that man. He's a great human. I think everybody just, he has a special place in everybody's hearts for sure in the industry. But yeah, no, he reached out or through his social media person, and they basically wanted to make one of my memes come to life, which was like I did a pro tip meme of like it just said, pro tip, you can just take the pictures.
yeah.
So we pretty much did it. It was a fun video, like where he's like freaking out, like screaming, like what 120 minutes missing, and then it just like
Mm,
jump cuts to me. I edited it. I actually asked a buddy to was like, hey, film like walking through GABF, and I used that as like green screen, and then
mm,
yeah, it just jump cuts to me just like drinking out like with the pitcher. Like I can't believe they just give these away. Like
yeah.
it was a fun video to shoot. That one was cool. I'm definitely doing a lot more video content. I have a fun one, Brew Olympics promo coming out too, so definitely check it out. It'll probably be out by the time this comes out. So
Oh,
yeah.
awesome. And then also, I know you had mentioned that you're working on a kind of a documentary, correct?
Yeah, doing a micro documentary on a collaboration brew day. It's called Pigtail Pours, The Untold Truth.
Okay. That's
So
awesome. Well,
I just want to
yeah, tell
cover
us about it.
I just want to cover the fun. I mean, the fun, the chaos, just a nice little summary of what goes on a collaboration brew day. It's kind of basically my step, trying to just kind of, cover instead of doing the classic, collaboration photo where you're just sitting in front of a brew deck. It was just like my take on doing that essentially. Like I just to show, it's just a fun way to show a collab day. It's really cool doing a beer with Beer Zombies in Vegas. Going to be brewing at his spot. We're gonna do like a
That's awesome.
tiki emo inspired thing. But yeah, no, I'm excited. We're doing like just covering from the trip leaving California to getting, going there, a mix of interviews, mix of just covering some raw footage. And yeah, but it's called Pigtail Pours. It's coming out. It should be out December 2nd.
Awesome. So yeah, because I think this will be out probably 2 weeks before that, so I can hype it up before that, before it comes out. That'd be sweet.
Oh, sweet. Hell yeah.
And sweet because you mentioned emo, so I know you do throw some music and like emo nights at breweries, right?
Yeah, emo nights. Next one coming up at Duckfoot Brewing Company, November 16th. Going to be doing an emo night. And it's just a fun, just shit ton of chaos, just drunk millennials screaming out lyrics. It's a good time. Like, I mean, I feel like the
Yeah,
nostalgia thing's heavy right now. Everybody likes it. Everybody wants it. So it's just nice to have the little nostalgic escapes. I know there's emo nights kind of everywhere now, but what kind of makes this one fun is there's a mix of, I'll try to throw in some trivia, fun little pin prizes and stuff. Maybe you'll win a shirt or something. Yeah, I mean, it's a blast for sure.
that's awesome. And some of your favorite emo bands?
Oh, of course, like the classics, MCR. I would say Dashboard Confessional. This is where things get kind of crazy,
Okay.
like during emo nights. Like you'll get these like emo purists. They're like, "Well, that's like pop punk. That's not emo." And it's just like, shut the fuck up, dude. It's all nostalgic. It's all fun. I mean, so if we're breaking it down to
Yeah.
like what I consider to play at emo nights, like I'm hitting the bangers, Yellow Card, Newfound Glory, the used, of course, like and yeah, some of it is true emo, like Silverstein and all that. And then sometimes it's some fun pop punk. It's all nostalgic. It's all fun. It's all good times. But yeah, it's definitely some of my favorites.
That's awesome. Yeah, Silverstein's awesome. I love like Taking Back and even like Escape the Fate or like I know there's so many out there, but there's like so many just really, really good ones.
Oh yeah, for sure. Escape the Fate. Sometimes too, we'll even bust out as a little break in between. We'll do some like sad mariachi. I'm like, that is, emo comes in all forms.
Hey, there you go.
Yeah, we'll bust out
You
some
know it.
Fernandez here and there. So
And so you also have a podcast. I know it's been a bit for you guys for it's called the Mash Pit, but like,
Yeah.
are you guys, you're going to be starting that back up?
Yeah, Mash Pit's coming back. We're doing an episode with Ren House coming up here. Yeah, and it's a fun thing it's a fun take on beer podcasting, I guess. I know everybody has their own way of doing it. We keep it kind of short, sweet, different segments. We have the weekly
Hmm.
runoff. People talk about what they, just like hot things that are going. Maybe there is some like beer drama going on, or if there was a brewery sale or something. That's normally what we just cover, kind of beer gossip in a way. And then we go
Okay.
into Life Before Puree, which is a nostalgic segment where we just talk about, like the peak fun craft beer days. And then we hit it with, Hype Daddy Hour. Of course, what's the newest, hypest with styles, with breweries coming out. And then we finish things off with our favorite segment, Untap That Ass, which is we read out
I love that.
reviews. And yeah, that's like Mash Pit in a nutshell. It's some pretty good chaos there too.
That's awesome. When do you think you're going to be starting out and recording with Ren House?
Should be coming out or actually early to mid-November. It should be coming out here pretty soon.
Okay. Yeah. Who are you going to did you have on or have you not recorded it yet?
We have not recorded it yet. So
Oh.
it's going to be a quick turnaround, but yeah, now we have, and of course my co-host is Pilsnerish. And, I almost said his name.
It's all
Yeah.
good.
Pilsnerish, the account. If the admin to that account, if you're a fan of Pilsnerish, it's gonna be sorry, I'm blanking out here. But yeah, long story short, Pilsnerish is my co-host.
Awesome. Yeah, I got to talk to Drew from Ren House back in January. Such a good dude, and like honestly, they make just fantastic beer.
Yeah. No, that's some of my favorite coming out of that area.
Yeah, and being in San Diego, I mean, obviously you're super spoiled with all the great beer down there. What are some of your favorite breweries to go to down there?
Yeah, no, definitely since I'm in North Park, that's my neighborhood. I go to North Park Beer Field quite a bit. I love popping
Okay,
in there. That's like my beginning of the night, no matter what kind of deal.
there you go.
Yeah, I went to go see Newfound Glory the other night at the observatory, and you can walk to it from here. So
Oh, love that.
I immediately just like even before starting the walk, I just went over, walked across the street to them, and got a pint before. Super good Dortmunder. But yeah, no, between them, if I'm not there, then I go to Seek Brewing Company, Goal, as well as Barley and Sword here in North Park as well.
Hmm.
And definitely got to hit up 619 Distillery. That's a really cool spot for this drink called the Pickle Tickle. It's straight up a kegged cocktail that just tastes like lemon juice and pickle juice, and it's so awesome if you're a pickle fan.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah, there's quite a bit around here. I do like going to Pizza Port though when I leave the neighborhood. That's also an awesome
Okay. Yeah, I love the Pizza Port. I mean, I love it in San Clemente, but I love the one in Carlsbad so much more. It's like such an awesome space.
Yeah, it is. They're all really cool in their own ways. My personal favorite's OB. I like I
Okay.
discovered recently that I like drinking an OB because at night actually with friends, because I'm not gonna lie, the North Park scene at night is too many. This just kind of gets a little annoying sometimes. There's just so many. I don't want to sound
Yeah.
like a person, but there's a lot of outsiders that are just like, like
Mm.
it gets kind of irritating. Too many. Shout out to Gen Z. My sister's Gen Z. You guys are annoying.
Okay.
Not all the time. There's some cool Gen Zers, for the most part. At least the nightlife people. Like it's just I like to kind of, if I'm going to be drinking out at night, and North Park's not my favorite.
Yeah, no, it's understandable. I love like Pure Project down there. Obviously, North Park is amazing. Like in Goal and Seek, both phenomenal places. Thorn, I will always go to Thorn. I'll always stop by every time I go down there.
Super good.
Coronado sometimes. Yeah. Have any favorite food spots down there?
It's like in North Park, I do like right now. I'm trying to think. What am I? I'm on a crazy burger kick. They're pretty cool. They have surprisingly though, I actually go there for their wings. They got these wings called Diablo wings, which is pretty much their house
Ooh, nice.
sauce, but they add a bunch of dried chili de árbol, so it's like actually spicy and it hits. It's really good.
Ooh. Oh man, when I make my chilaquiles, I use chile de audible on the to make the chile.
Hell yeah. Yeah, that's the way it should be.
Oh, yeah. If it's not like hot, then what's the point, right?
Mm-hmm. Hardcore spice fan. I feel like that's the one healthy thing I can do consistently for myself is just, I mean, they say it's good for cardiovascular and stuff. So,
Yeah, there you go. And I every time I'm down there too, I got to go to Old Town. I got to go freaking get a shot of tequila, get a Pacifico, and some Old Town Mexican Cafe.
hell yeah. Yep. I definitely, and I gotta get, hit up the sweet, sweet tortilla ladies for some fresh tortillas as
Oh
well.
yeah,
Yeah, that's the best.
you, you can't beat it. Are you a corn or flour?
Honestly, when it comes to straight up eating just the tortilla, I guess, okay, if they're both made fresh and with high quality ingredients, I'm gonna go corn for sure.
Okay,
But if,
same.
typical on the street, I definitely will go flour for just eating like a tortilla with butter and sugar or butter
Oh
and salsa. Like they honestly both hit, but yeah, corn all the way if I'm trying to do some damage.
oh yeah. No, they're so good, and especially like when you're making chilaquiles too. But like, yeah, their tortillas are just phenomenal. I feel like the tortillas, just going down for the tortillas is worth it.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, man. So for like everything that obviously that you do, like the social media and stuff like that, because I know it's a big part of your life, and you're doing that obviously for Ballast Point. What's the like? What do you find like? Will feel like is the hardest part of the social media process, and maybe the most rewarding as well?
I mean, like the hardest part of like making like a brewery come to life, you said, or
Oh no, I mean just like what kind of coming up with like maybe like what you want or like your vision or
the
just
hardest
like
part like
maybe
from
because
social
sometimes
media.
yeah
Yeah,
yeah
yeah. Yeah, for me, it's honestly the hardest part for me is like I mean it's the best part too, which is like, creativity because I guess like there are those like, like writer's block moments like where you're just like fuck, like I can't
mm-hmm
think of nothing. And then some days things just flow to you naturally. Like, like I mean it's silly, it's fun, like memes are just it's hilarious, like really kind of realizing like or it's amazing too to see like where memes kind of got me. But yeah, like making
yeah
photoshopping stuff, doing video content. Sometimes it's like it's so quick, it just hits me, and I'll like literally it takes me like 10 minutes to like put it together, Photoshop something really quick, and then boom, and it was like the least amount of effort
hmm
and it does the most. And sometimes I'll spend hours trying to make something come to life for like just
yep
a post that kind of bombs, and I'm just like, like it's so it's
oh
there's
dude yeah
no there's no consistency, unfortunately. I feel like with humans, like, so that's why, there's even your
hmm
favorite sitcoms, they're those filler episodes or like they're
yeah
not the best ones, but those moments though when you hit something, the dopamine rush from everybody enjoying it. Yeah, like so I guess kind of going back to it, like the hardest part I think is like content like development and being just trying to be consistent.
yeah I feel you on that because I mean there's times where like I'm working on a reel or something like that for like an episode. I'm like, oh man, I love this one. I love this way this came out. This one's gonna hit, and it fucking gets nothing.
Yeah. It's the algorithm can be a motherfucker. It's not.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I really feel like Instagram has changed a lot lately. I feel like there used to be a lot more viral posts, a lot more. It was easier
hmm
to hit something like they got like between 5 and 10,000 likes, and these days you kind of got to work a lot harder for it. I feel. I don't really.
yeah
I don't like to get into the whole like shadow ban. I think I was shadow ban. No, like I just think I got to work harder. Like that's kind of where my brain
oh yeah
will go sometimes.
Oh no, I feel the same way because there's times I'm like, all right, well, what can I do to make this better, or what can I do to make sure that this thing gets seen? Because I mean, it's not for me; it's for the brewery. Like, I want them, or whichever guest I'm having on. I want to make sure I can take care, of them while we're recording, but then also promote them while, when we're not. So
Yeah, no, I feel it. It's content creation. At least for me, for sure. I'm sure you understand it. It's like, it's not really. I mean, we love the satisfaction of the success, but
hmm
ultimately, it's not for us. It's for everybody else to enjoy
oh,
and bring up others, have a good time.
100%. And what I love is, man, like, because I mean, obviously being like on a craft beer feed, it's like every time I see, I mean, not every time, but like a lot of the time I see somebody posting like a story, they're tagging the word Wrangler.
I'm super grateful for that. Like I'm beyond grateful when I see, I don't know, just random tags on random. I know not everybody's like tags will make it reposted to my page, but
Hmm.
it's just 'cause I get so many, like my DMs are kind of messy all over the place.
Oh, no, I get it. I mean, like, especially like with the following you have, man, I couldn't imagine like how crazy it must be sometimes.
But again, like I'm super, super humbled by it, super grateful for it.
Of course.
Yeah, like it can get chaotic for sure in the DMs.
Yeah. One thing I always love to ask everybody is like, what do you like? What's something that you love the most about this community? I know you kind of talked about it a little earlier, but we can kind of talk a little bit more, like delve on it a little bit more.
I like the I like the immediate empathy that industry has for each other. Like, when
Hmm.
you even from the early days of it, like you would sit at another brewery and be like, "Hey, I'm from this brewery. I'm from such and such brewery," and then they immediately are like, "Oh, hell yeah, come on, let me show you around." They like know, what you want to see, and
Hmm.
then you both BS, and that's what makes What Wrangler awesome is you can like relate over the pain and the BS that you just did, with your work day. And multiple people have those shitty work days, and it's awesome to kind of come together and just BS and yeah, just kind of relate with it all. And everybody is, for the most part, the industry is like 99% cool people. There's a 1%.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. There's bad apples in every family, right? So.
Yeah. 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 Like I got this book recently. It's like a bunch of old country sayings and it has like for shitty family or shitty people on your team. It was like a saying was like, I think every garden has weeds. And I was like, that's so funny.
That's true. Hey, you're not wrong at all.
No,
It's
dude.
so true. I always say the same thing. It's like, I mean, when I've had to reach out to people or anything like you, like I emailed you and you responded right away. You're like, man, let's do this thing. And I'm super grateful for that because I know how busy you are and I see all like, you're posting stuff all the time. And I mean, it's not easy to do. So, I mean, and even for everybody else in the industry, when I've reached out, said 90 to 95% of them usually get back to me and they're like wanting to, just talk or talk over a beer, and stuff like that. That's like my favorite part right there. Just hearing about the journey.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Did you go to WBC this past year or this year?
Yeah, I did. It was fucking awesome. Vegas was great. I had family.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Yeah. So there was a lot of fun shit. I don't know. I liked it. I know some people, vendors were saying it was a pain in the ass for them, and some people were like, "Oh
Hmm.
my God, like, do you know how scary it is to send your team to Vegas and just praying that they don't do something dumb?" Like, it was stressful for some, but for the most part, I thought it was fucking awesome.
Oh man. Did you get to try any really good ones?
Are you talking about it for like CVC?
Oh yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
for
yeah.
sure.
Like breweries. I mean, I had some great breweries out there. Able Bakers always kick ass. Got to discover the Silver Stamp. That was one of my favorite
Nice.
bars ever. I don't know if did you go? Have you been to Silver Stamp?
No, I didn't get a chance to.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, for CBC this year, like we would always end up like multiple events kind of surrounding it, but then everybody usually ended up at Silver Stamp at the end of the night. It's this divey spot that like, they have like just awesome beers on, great cultures, just the most wild random shit. You're like, wow, I haven't been able to get my hands on that. But it's at the same
Mhm.
time, it's such a divey, like, down to earth spot. Yeah, like there was nights where I was just completely like gone. I had way too many Colts wheels, and
Nice.
I remember like I don't even remember leaving one night, and then the next day when I came back again because it's multiple day event. Like the
Yeah.
door dude, he's just huge buff Islander dude, and like I was kind of more sober, and he just like looked at me like, "Oh, you look so much better today, brother." Like, It was it definitely got messy there at times, but yeah, I forgot his name, but the door guy at Silver Stamp 2, I fucking love that man. Love that man with all my heart. Super, super sweetheart. Like they're just, like he kind of gives that place so much personality as well. But yeah.
That's awesome. So, like, I know, like, well, when you were brewing, like, did you have a favorite style to brew way back when?
Favorite style? Yeah, I would say pale ales. Pale ales, like just, back in my early days, like, the nerdy phrase double dry hop. But yeah, double dry hop pale ale.
Hmm.
That was kind of like my favorite go to. Could brew it, drink it. That was like my shifty beer. Yeah,
Okay.
I've always been all about pale ales.
Yeah. I mean, they're so good at that. Do you remember your first craft beer though, by chance?
Oh, like first beer that I brewed or first beer that I had? Like actual like a
Oh,
craft.
oh, 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 yeah, we can do, yeah, like, but we can do both.
Yeah, yeah. For first like craft beer I had, technically like craft was Ankerstein. I want to say, yeah.
Okay, nice.
Ankerstein was like the first official like, yep, I love craft beer. It's kind of a blurry time though. It may have been Dogfish Head too. Dogfish Head 90 Minute. So I was heading
Nice.
into those at that, and like golden era of like Rogue Hazelnut Brown Ale. Yeah, like that's when Dogfish was still doing the 750s, like Chateau Giahu and Bitches Brew.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. And then I think first beer I actually like brewed was a cream stout. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, but it drank like a porter.
All right. Hey, nothing wrong with that. Sounds good.
Yeah, yeah.
Do you like barrel aged stuff or like barrel aged stouts or pastry stouts, stuff like that?
Not the biggest pastry stout fan. I'll sip it. I'll definitely try it. My friends are excited to show me what they've created for sure.
Hmm.
But I definitely don't go out of my way to order it at bars. But I do enjoy it. I appreciate them. I appreciate the work that goes into them. Just not my favorite thing.
Oh yeah, no, I'm the same way. Like like if my buddy wants to do a bike, like a little 3-4 ounce pour, that's perfect. I'm good
Yeah,
with that.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, that's all you need.
Oh yeah, for sure. What would be like a desert island beer for you? And you could do a craft and a domestic.
Craft and domestic. Desert Island. Gonna go. Honestly, I'm gonna go Modelo in a tall can.
Okay, nothing wrong with that.
And it's like, yeah, I'll choose that as my macro, kind of bigger beer. And then honestly, craft, does the brewery still have to exist? Or I guess they
Oh,
are.
okay, it could have been from before.
Honestly, for when it comes to craft, I'm honestly gonna go Anchorstein. Anchorstein is like, I miss
Okay.
it. I miss it. So I know they're coming back. I don't know the details, but yeah,
Hmm.
I really do miss Anchorstein. Yeah, no, that's a beer that I really get down on. Like, I used to get down on a lot.
Nice. Have you ever thought about like was that the thought ever crept into your mind about maybe oh you would want to open up your own brewery?
Yeah, it's crossed my mind, and I've actually had a couple people talk to me. They wanted to kind of put some money into it. It's something I still considered, but obviously if I do it, I want to do it in the most like unique way possible. So may or may not be a thing, but yeah, like I refuse just to, you know, open up something, the typical kind of
Yeah.
a brewery. I want to actually, yeah, put a lot of unique takes on things.
Yeah, and I'm sure if anyone could, it'd be you when it comes to something unique or anything like that, man. That'd be cool.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
Yeah. Favorite food to pair with a beer?
Tacos and wings.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
There you go.
yeah, tacos
What
and
would
wings.
be your protein on the tacos?
Honestly, if it's a night out, I don't want to get myself too greased up. I'm gonna go.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna go carne asada just to keep it classic. I eat all the meats though, all the street meats, like all the buche, carnitas,
Nice.
tripa. I'll eat them all, but I would say night out, definitely doing some carne asada.
Okay, do you like chorizo tacos too?
Yeah, chorizo. I do pretty much all of them. I don't think
Nice.
there's not one taco I don't like.
Nice. Do you have any favorite taco spots down there?
I'm not gonna lie. I'll get a little controversial. San Diego is hurting in the taco scene.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there's some really solid spots once you start heading south, like San Isidro, Chula Vista. But
Okay.
as for like the central SD, kind of where I'm at, like North Park, South Park, Normal Heights, University Heights, something around here, there's not much. Nobody serves that TJ style. If I want to fix, I have to go down
Mm,
to kind of more southern San Diego to Chula Vista to go to like Tacos El Gordo. Like that's always it does the job for sure. It's good, but or just make them myself. But yeah, like around here, there's some okay spots. But oh yeah, I'll be 100% honest. San Diego need. I'm just jealous of LA, like because they have like
mm.
vendors on every corner. San Diego's got to like knock this bullshit off of making food permits so hard. Like it's a risk,
Yeah.
I think everybody should make their, for sure, definitely be clean, be safe, like do your best, wear
Yeah, of
gloves and
course.
stuff. But like, I think people should have more freedom there. Should, if you choose to eat from a street vendor, like, F it, like go for it.
Yeah.
I think there's too many regulations in San Diego on that, and there's too many overpriced restaurants. And I feel like it is, one of the old conspiracy theory about it. I feel like those overpriced restaurants kind of lobby a little bit and make sure it's difficult for those vendors because, there's a lot of restaurants around here. I'm not going to say names, but there's restaurants where they know if a vendor opened up a block away, they'd be done.
Oh, yeah. No, I mean, and I feel like they have some really good restaurants, but I mean, what would be like, what's I mean, you're just kind of killing, small business if you try to do that. I mean, let somebody get out there and make their food.
Yeah, yeah, it's a whole thing. I can go all super ranty on that with like, with the politics of San Diego, with getting the permitting process here. There's
Mm,
yeah, and then to top it off, there's like a lot of greedy restaurant. I guess
yeah,
people behind restaurants and stuff.
gotcha. Do you have any fun collabs coming up other than like outside of the one with Beer Zombies?
Right now, yeah, Beer Zombie. Beer Zombies is the next one I want to say. Oh, I do have a collaboration with Epidemic Ales coming out for Christmas. They're out of Concord.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Yeah, we're doing I think it's like I want to say it's like a spiced kind of holiday IPA kind of take.
Oh, wow. That sounds pretty damn good.
Yeah. Yeah. I love those I love those Christmas IPA kind of deals, where like they choose hops
Hmm.
more on the spicy end, herbally end. Like those are magical.
Yeah, for sure, man. I mean, it's like you get to it's almost like when in that time of the year comes, it's like stout season, porters, cream ales, all that sort of stuff is so good.
Super good. Yeah, stout season. I mean, I'm not a big fan of pastry stouts, but I drink the shit out
Hmm.
of porters all day. Porters and
Yeah.
even like I feel like a lot of more of the European styles really start to, come out like with ESBs and all that, just because it's more malt.
Hmm.
That's just the time. Those are like rainy days. That's the best drinking weather for me
Hmm.
personally. I'm not much of a sunny day, like, nobody, I don't know. I'm going to answer for everybody. I'm going to say that people don't like drinking and beating sunlight. Like it's not as fun.
Oh, yeah.
It's not as fun. I'm not a fan.
Yeah, honestly, I think it is like a young man or whatever, like young person's game where like, because when we were a kid, you're like, whatever, dude, I'm just going to get blasted. And like, who cares if it's 100 degrees out?
Yeah.
Now I'm like, fuck this, dude. Like, I want to be in the shade. I want, an
Yeah.
ice cold beer.
I want the shade. I want, cooled seating. I don't
Yeah.
know. I want
I
misters.
want to be comfortable.
Yeah, yeah. When it comes to like day drinking, I'm kind of like one of those. I'm just like a pain in the ass band at the venue with a rider. Like, is there blue
Mhm.
M&Ms? I only play blue M&Ms in the back.
I
I'm not like
love
that at
that.
all. I promise, folks. But yeah, when it comes to day drinking, everything has to be lined up right. I gotta be hydrated. You had to tell me, give me a heads up the day before. Hey, we're going to be day drinking. So the day before, I'm swinging a bunch of Gatorade, Pedialyte, chugging water. I'm eating fruit. I'm eating vegetables. I'm getting nutrients in.
Mm.
I still have yet to find a dietary supplement that works for hangovers, but uh,
Yeah.
yeah, but yeah, no, I need the heads up. I need to prepare for day drinking.
Oh, yeah, there is one that I've tried and it actually works really well. I'll find out the name for it. I haven't had it in a while and I feel so bad because I've had them on the show, but it was like over a year ago.
Was it super
But I
Saiyan?
still, well, no, it's actually, oh my gosh. I can't believe I can't remember it right now. It was like episode like 36 or something like that. I'm looking it up real quick. Sorry.
Yeah, yeah, no
I'll
worries.
edit this part after. Oh, Drinking Buddy.
Drinking buddy. Okay, I'm down to try it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
And they're on Amazon too. So,
I'm between. I want to try. I tried Z Biotics. I wasn't. It wasn't like amazing. I
hmm
tried Cheers. That was like I didn't really see too many effects. I want to try Super Bonsai. I've been seeing that pop up a lot for me on ads,
okay.
and I like the guy behind it too. He's like a super funny bartender creator.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, yeah. I forgot his name, but yeah, no, Super Bonsai is the one I want to try, and that I want to try the Drinking Buddy now. If you say it works, I'll take your word for it. Definitely want to try that.
Yeah, it's worked for me. It was this time last year, my cousin's 21st birthday, and I'm, 36. So I was 36 at the time. I'm 37 now. But we just went out and got shit faced for her 21st birthday, and
Yeah.
I popped one of those, and I had to go record the next day in Long Beach at a brewery, and I felt like a way better than I thought I was going to feel the next day.
Hell yeah. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, you'd be surprised, like, because I feel like I had one of those moments this year too with oh no, last year with GABF where the first I think I like on like was it Thursday or Friday? Might have been. It might have been Friday. Like I was just really, really like chugging water, like literally a big glass of water in between each beer. It was kind of annoying how much I had to pee. And
Mm.
I did like three midday or like three like Gatorade breaks.
Oh,
And
dang.
yeah, and I was drinking quite a bit. I probably had like, I don't know, maybe like 15-ish beers all like from the whole day. And I woke up like
Dang.
pretty decent the next day because those Saturday morning award shows gets rough. I see a lot of people.
I bet.
Yeah, everybody looks pretty beat up Saturday morning, and then they look even like way more like even worse like after the awards than if they didn't win anything. Nothing like being hungover and not winning a GABF medal.
hmm
That's why I
Oh,
came out with
man.
these babies.
There you go. Love it.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I saw that video with the GABF participant.
Yeah, yeah, that was a fun idea. Yeah, just kind of a spare the moment, like 2 days before GABF. I was like thinking, like, what am I gonna film? And I'm like, no one cares about, oh, what was your style? I don't want to have another boring kind of,
hmm
anchor, news anchor kind of vibe. I didn't want that. So I'm like, what can I do and that was kind of it just hit me.
Yeah. And like you mentioned earlier, like that, like sometimes it just like it comes to you right then and there, and like you're just like, oh shit, and then it hits. I mean, it's just I guess serendipitous, I guess is the word, I guess.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm
Something
horrible.
like that.
I
Yeah.
graduated continuation high school.
No, you're good, man. No, man, this beer is freaking phenomenal, and I'm surprised it's taking me this long. I've got so sucked into the conversation.
Yeah, no, no, no. I got my beers lined up right now.
Oh, there you go, a little banquet.
Little banquet, little yellow belly.
Oh, yeah, you can't go wrong with it, man. I cook with that stuff. Like when I make beer brats, that's my go-to.
It's a good one. That's it. Yeah, I like that. I like it for beer brats. You see, I'm usually between
Yeah.
either something like this or like any kind of brown ale will do.
Okay. Yeah, you don't see a ton of browns on menus either, man.
No, no. Honestly, the last time I did it, beer brats, I wanted to do it with a brown ale. My only choice, like off the shelf, was just straight up Newcastle.
Yeah. I haven't had a Newcastle in forever, but remember, like, I mean, I think maybe like because we were as kids, we probably thought like, oh, this is like the coolest beer you could ever drink, but
Yeah.
you know,
No, I think hmm, I want to. Yeah, I can't even remember what year it was, but you're making me want to like go to the store though, and like I'm gonna buy all the beers that I used to go crazy for. Like Newcastle used to hit. Like as a younger drinker, I was
hmm oh
all
yeah,
about it for a second. I think everybody had that era, right? Where Newcastle, oh, give me, oh, it's a
hmm
Newcastle, hell yeah, you get super excited.
yeah,
I'm gonna revisit Newcastle, revisit Heineken. I'm gonna pick up some. What was another one? Hams. I liked hams.
fucking love hams, man.
Um, yeah. What was like? Oh, Blue
I
Moon.
used to love. Oh yeah, for me it was Pyramid.
Oh, Pyramid. Yeah, of course. That
Yeah.
actually, I don't even know if I could find it, but I'm gonna try to find some Widmeyers too. Um,
Oh, there you go.
you remember
I
Widmeyers?
haven't seen Widmer in a long time.
Yeah. If you Google around and like look up their tap room, it's the saddest thing in the world. But hey, shout out to Whitmer.
hmm Yeah,
The
for
tap
sure,
room,
man.
literally, from what I saw, maybe I'm wrong, but from what I saw from pictures, it looks like a room in a corporate office building that they try to go, hey guys, like we're cool, we're trendy. You can have a beer after work though. Like
Mhm.
that's kind of what it looks like.
That's awesome. And like obviously like being a, a big, proponent of the industry, have you found like have you seen anyway like any new trends? Because I mean like we mentioned like browns you don't really see on menus. You're starting to see blacks a little more, reds a little bit more again. Have you noticed any trends on your end?
Honestly, I'm in San Diego, so we're so IPA heavy.
That's
I
true.
haven't. I've seen the love kind of increase for like lagers, and I've seen that. I feel, yeah, honestly, other than like I'm just noticing more friends and stuff, even friends that are non-industry are buying kind of more macro stuff now. That is like something that a trend I'm seeing. Like it's becoming kind of cool again. It's kind of becoming like the 80s, 90s again with people being loyal to their beer brands and kind of want it's like part of
Yeah.
it was kind of part of people's identities a little bit there. That's kind of one thing I'm noticing.
hmm
Kind of scary. I feel like craft beer is in a dark era right now. We're like in a little bit of a dark period. But trends, yeah, no, I haven't. Yeah, I think my perception's a little different because I'm in San Diego, and like I said, it's so IPA heavy. Like
Yeah.
between the locals loving their IPAs, and then you got all the visitors, like all the tourists that they come here, like
hmm
oh, get some San Diego IPAs, like which we're known for that, obviously. So I don't blame us. We just kind of breweries get kind of stuck having to cater to that stuff here at least.
Yeah. I feel like there's always a ton of hazies and stuff like that. And don't get me wrong, I enjoy a hazy every once in a while. I don't drink them all the time, but I mean, I just feel like you do see a lot, or I mean, a ton of them, like in Orange County, San Diego.
Yeah.
But I mean, yeah, for me, it's like, yeah, line me up a West Coast Pilsner or it's like a hoppy lager or something like that. Like I am, or just a West Coast in general, or extra pale ale. You don't see as many of those as often, but still great stuff.
Yeah, yeah, no, solid.
Yes, I mean, if you were going to give like advice to some, this is something I always love to ask, like someone that's like, that does what you do. Like if you were going to give someone advice that wanted to get into the industry or get into, this part of it, like let's say podcasting or creating content for breweries and stuff like that, what kind of advice would you give them?
If anything, it's like, I guess, in a way, like, on the encouragement side of like, if you do something well or have developed some skill in a certain area of the industry for the beer industry will hold you up. There,
hmm
it might seem scary at times, but I feel like the beer industry in particular is very transparent and it's pretty good about finding its like all stars and its if you keep at it, and the beer industry will. Like I've seen people have the most obscure jobs out of this industry
Hmm.
because they just kept at it, and the beer industry is pretty supportive with unique talents. But I mean, yeah, other than that, like the advice that I would give is just don't take yourself too seriously and just always be transparent. I think transparent,
Yep.
honesty, being, as genuine as possible in this industry will go super far because there's a lot of weird corporate-y, snaky people you'll kind of run into. And it's just
Hmm.
super important to maintain being a genuine person, I think.
I think that's great advice. I mean, anytime you're getting into something like, obviously maybe like try it first too. Like if you really want to get into it, because I know sometimes like people have an idea of
Yeah.
like what they think, like what they think they want, and then they try it, and then it all goes kind of downhill. But I mean, if you really want something and you really want to pursue it, man, you gotta just like sometimes you just have to take the leap. Like, you can't like just like let life pass you by, because if you do, like, I mean, you're one step closer to being in the ground. So
Pretty much. Yeah. Like none of this shit matters really at the end of the day. We're all gonna,
yeah.
end up in the dirt, or I guess as dirt if you cremated or whatever. And I was
Either way.
either way, none of this matters in the long run. Don't take yourself too seriously. I think that's a huge one too.
Hmm.
Like that's just my advice, I guess, to everybody. Just don't take yourself too seriously. Like it's
Yeah.
nothing good comes of that. Companies fail. Yeah, like people go down some dark paths in their career because they take themselves too serious.
Hmm.
Yeah, yeah, no, like none of this shit matters. So that's
Yeah.
like people don't emphasize enough on that.
Yeah. Enjoy life, drink good beer, man. Like,
Hmm.
what more could you really ask for?
Exactly. Yeah, you can't
Yeah.
overthink
And
this.
there's yeah, exactly. And there's a beer out there for everybody.
100%. Yeah.
Oh man, I honestly super grateful for you coming on and talking to me for a while. And this, I know you are a super busy guy. So like I said, I'm truly grateful that you were able to come on and do this. For the Pigtails documentary, when do you think that might come out, and what would it be available on to be able to watch it?
Yeah, it's going to come out, be releasing December 2nd, and it's honestly going to be an Instagram debut. So
Okay,
yeah, you're
sweet.
going to watch it on Instagram. It's the people, or it's the platform that, obviously people can find my stuff on easiest.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's going to be just a fun thing. It may also be on TikTok too. I'm
Okay.
just, yeah, like I didn't want to do things traditional. Like normally, traditionally people like want to plan 6 months in advance, or I mean,
Yeah.
years in advance for a documentary and all of this. And
Mm-hmm.
my whole career, I've really learned how to do things my own way. And, it's worked for me
Yeah.
so far. So I'm just sticking to it. And yeah, I'm shooting a micro documentary on the fly. Obviously we got some solid equipment and stuff putting it together. But yeah, I don't want to be bound by that typical, like, oh, well, do you have, this person, that person, do you have a producer, do you have a budget? Like, no, I'm just making it happen.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just fucking making it happen.
I love that, dude.
Yeah, no, I appreciate it. I don't want to overthink it again. Take myself too serious. I just want to make something enjoyable for people
Mm-hmm.
and just do it. There's just too much fun to be had.
Exactly, man. And you know what? It's really cool to hear you say that, because I feel like I mean, at a smaller scale, but I feel like I'm the same way. Like maybe we're just cut from the same cloth. Like when I edit, like people think like, oh, do you edit a lot? Like not really. If the conversation flows, it's good the way it is. Like I want it to sound like raw and unedited and uncut. But like I don't like, other than us exchanging a message and me sending you like some talking points, like we've never met each other, but we've been able to sit here for about an hour and have a conversation. And like, how cool is that? We don't need a producer. We don't need somebody listening in while we're doing this. We can just come together, have a beer and have a fun conversation.
Yeah, absolutely. Like this stuff doesn't need to be, overthought. It's a good time,
Yeah.
and marketing agencies go to hell.
Yep.
Aside from the rant thing, I hate marketing agencies. I think they're full of crap. If you own a brewery, don't
Hmm.
hire a marketing agency. They're not good at what they do. They always claim to be
Yeah.
experts. Hire an in-house media person, folks. Also, I'm a big proponent of that.
Hmm.
Since as an in-house media person for a brewery, trust me, if you're a brewery owner and you're kind of confused on the route you want to go to media-wise, don't hire a marketing agency. Hire an in-house person. It's 1,000 times better.
Yeah.
And I'm not even exaggerating. A lot of marketing agencies lie about who they are, about the experience they've had. They most likely don't even have proven successes. They most likely don't have great analytics to show you. They might, kind of try to butter some stuff up. But yeah, no, sorry to go on a little tangent there, but it irked me.
No, man.
Yeah, even if
Yeah.
you can only afford someone part-time or give someone a side gig, like do it in-house. Don't hire marketing
Yeah.
agencies. Marketing agencies is part of like the dark corporate crap that happens in craft beer, and we got to get rid of that.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I feel like even like when like a lot of breweries closed down, it was like a lot of people were like outside people during the boom, like were coming in just trying to throw money at something, thinking it was going to work. But it's like, man, you can't just throw money at something. Like you have to truly care about it, and it has to like the care and the want have to be there.
Yeah, and the only exception I would say too, for if you were hiring a market, it's just if it's a marketing agency that's specialized in beer or just beverages,
Hmm.
like yeah, don't get
Yeah.
someone that has like, oh, I did a campaign for this person and I worked for these lawyers and I worked for like no,
Yeah.
you want
Yeah.
a niche down, but yeah, no, sorry, that was a little side rant. I had to make sure that.
No, man. You're golden. You're totally fine, man. I just like I said, I'm just super appreciative of you taking the time to sit down with me and talk a little bit.
Yeah, no, again, I appreciate you taking the time out of your day and reaching out as well. So looking forward to revisiting this recording.
Yeah, man. And if you ever come up this way, man, we got to grab a beer.
For sure. What city are you in again?
I'm in Bellflower.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, we got to meet up soon. I'm usually at least in Long Beach a couple times a month. I mean, I think
Oh,
that's
dude, yeah, that's super close.
yeah. We'll meet up.
I'm so down, man. That'd be sweet. Well, thank you again. We can stay on and chat for a couple minutes off air, but thank you again. Everybody go follow the Wort Wrangler. I mean, you probably already do, but follow the Wort Wrangler on Instagram. Keep your eye out for pigtails. Cheers, brother.
Have a good one.
All right, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Like I said, such a great, fun time with Antonio, the Wort Wrangler. Man, what the guy does on social media and what he, how he puts everything out there for breweries and be able to, to help them out is pretty awesome. And I didn't want to give away he talks about it on the thing, but like his documentary. But I also wanted to mention his podcast, The Mash Pit. It's a really cool show. They are going to be doing episodes again soon. I know they actually just released one recently, but they're going to be continuing to do that. So it's exciting for them. But Antonio, if you're listening, man, I just want to say thank you for allowing me the time to be able to talk to you, man. Appreciate it. Also, I wanted to say a quick thank you to Alex Lucio over at Arts District Brewing, at Lucio Brewing on Instagram. Thank you for last week, man. That was last Sunday over at Arts District was so freaking fun. And man, it's crazy. That brewery is massive. It's crazy how like when you look at it from the outside, it doesn't look like it's like this huge place, but it is huge. And it's, man, really cool. Great beer. They had one called like Summer Crush. It was like a raspberry lemonade, like ale, like I don't think it was an IPA. I want to say it was like a tart ale, but man, it was delicious. Both of their Kolsch's, the two Kolsch's that I had, I'm trying to remember the name of them, but I can't at the moment. Freaking so good. I could drink those all day. I mean, I'd probably end up on the floor, but I can drink them all day. Yeah, but just really good, dude. I really appreciate you doing that. Looking forward to you guys hearing that episode. It should be out early December. What else we got? The polls. Here we go. So I did ask a question, or I'm going to ask a poll on there. When you're going to a brewery, do you like to stay local or venture out? So 64% of the vote said venture out, which I think is cool. I mean, like, I love to stay local, obviously, and I say that on the show. Stay local, drink local. But if it's in your county, man, get out there. do it. Go to LA County, go to Orange County, go to San Bernardino County. They're not super far. You can get out there and support these places. Just really cool stuff. So, I mean, but either way, Nick, there's nothing wrong with either one because we all have our favorite local watering holes. Next one was a Thanksgiving poll as we get closer to Thanksgiving, which is fucking insane. I still can't believe it's only 11 days away or some shit. I don't know. Thanksgiving poll. What is your favorite side dish? The options were mashed potatoes, stuffing, mac and cheese, green bean casserole. Well, the one with the lowest amount of votes was green bean casserole, got 10% of the vote. Mac and cheese, which is my fave. I do love mashed potatoes, though. I'm not the biggest stuffing guy, and I'm probably going to get some heat for that. It's not the biggest stuffing. I loved it as a kid, just never really liked it as I got older. I don't know. But mac and cheese got 24% of the vote. Stuffing got 31% of the vote, and mashed potatoes, 36% of the vote, the big hitter. I think the one that's going to be good, because I think I'm going to wait till the week of Thanksgiving to do this one, but it's going to be, actually, no, I might do it next week, and then it'll be the lead into Thanksgiving. I think I'm going to do turkey or ham. I think that's going to be the one. And I'm kind of curious what people are going to say, because I know some people absolutely love turkey. Some people absolutely love ham. I love both. I will make a little Sammy. Give me a half a sheet of, maybe not half a sheet, but like 4 King's wine rolls. I'll slice all the 4, while they're still together, slice them in, toss in some turkey, toss in some ham, toss in some gravy, maybe a little cranberry if I'm feeling froggy, maybe a little mac and cheese. Who knows? Toss that stuff in there, make a fucking fat ass sandwich. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Damn, my mouth's watering. It's probably because I can smell my food right now too, but let's see what the question of the week was. The taproom trivia. What is Germany's strong beer festival called? And I put emphasis on the word strong because that's why I put make sure you pay attention, because most people, and most of the vote was for Oktoberfest. It's 233 votes. Answers were Oktoberfest 222. No, sorry, 221 were Stark Beer Fest, which is the correct answer. The other ones were Beer Fest and Beer Fest, something along those lines. But yeah, it was Stark Beer Fest was the correct answer. I did another one. It was just another poll because I was just curious because I love these movies. What is the best Thanksgiving movie? Or Thanksgiving, not really themed, but it's set at Thanksgiving. Was Son-in-Law or Planes, Trains, and Automobiles? 63% of the vote. Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. Both great movies, though. Love Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. When he says, John Candy says, Steve Martin says, where are your hands? He's like, I got in between these two pillows. He's like, those aren't pillows. Jumps out of bed, classic. Let's see. I think that's all I got, guys. I hope everybody has a great week. I'm looking forward to, it's crazy that it's coming up so fast, but I am looking forward to Thanksgiving. It's always good. It's a good time spending time with family and all that good stuff. Oh, I did want to mention. So for next week's episode, it's going to be Judge Brewery. I am not going to do a Stoutsgiving episode, but what I am going to do is I'm just going to record about 15 to 20 minutes. I'm going to have a couple stouts. I'm going to talk about what I'm grateful for, all that sort of stuff at the end of next week's episode. Might have someone sit in with me, but what I did decide, so after that, since I'm not doing Stoutsgiving, I'm going to do the first ever Christmas episode. I might get a few buddies, maybe people that have been on the show before, and we're just going to, I already got some stuff planned. I don't want to give anything away that's way off, so I'll tell you as it gets closer. Yeah. All right, that's all I got. So I said I was going to tell you what I was going to eat. So I got this. There's a burrito place. They make handmade tortillas, and it's called the Burrito Exchange. So there's another shout out there because their burritos, they're off of Telegraph and Passons, I believe. Or maybe it's Telegraph and Lakewood. I don't know. Not Passons. I'm dumb. It's either Telegraph and Rosemead or Telegraph and Lakewood. I want to say it's Pico Rivera. It might not be. It's right on the border of Pico Rivera, but it is delicious. I get their wet burrito. It comes with green chile, and then I order extra habanero chile, and my mouth is watering again, and I pour it over the top of the green chile. It's fucking delicious. So if you get a chance, if you're in even if it's not too far from you, go try one of those burritos. Freaking delicious. And yeah, that's all I got. All right, guys. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed the episode. Stay tuned for, some great ones coming up. I'm really excited for them. Yeah, so stay local. Well, I said stay local. Support local or venture out. Do what you got to do. So make sure you're always drinking local and drinking craft. And don't get me wrong. There's nothing wrong with having a Miller Lite or whatever Coors Banquet. Any of that stuff's good. So, but still, get out there, support craft beer, support local, drink local, and find your beer.